me under it. I don't want no limit. When I come, this is no visit. Every place we look to conquer it. Hey, give me a rhythm, tang. I want to get high like Superman.
Back with basketball on the Sportsmax Zone. The 72nd edition of the NBA All-Star Game took place on Sunday, and as usual, it wasn't lacking action. Here are the highlights from the showpiece game.
Salt Lake City, the site for the 2023 All-Star Game. There's a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, one captain, and there's the other captain, the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, LeBron James. We get you started with LeBron working on his assist game to himself. The left-hand pass off the backboard for the slam. Now Jason Tatum with a similar move and a dunk there. And it's 1918, Team Giannis in front. Ja Morant going reverse here, stuffing that one home the bench, going wild as Ja threw that one up. Then LeBron from way downtown. We're calling it 36 feet. Team LeBron up 32-30. Jaylen Brown with the dunk to tie the score. He had 35 points in the game. At the end of the first, it was 46-46. Second quarter now, LeBron injures his hand trying to block Pascal Siakam. He would miss the second half with a hand contusion. Later in the second, Team Giannis, Lauri Markkanen with the reverse stuff. Ja Morant, a 360 dunk here. And in the second quarter, scores 17-15, Team Giannis in front. Then LeBron with a power jam, 23-21, so it's a 2-point game at that point in the second quarter. Remember, each quarter they reset the score. LeBron watching Damian Lillard hit the three to seal the second quarter. He had 26 points in the game. It was 53-46 in the second quarter. Team Giannis won. We go to the second half. Donovan Mitchell knocks down a three. Then Mitchell, another long three. Team Giannis up 25-13. Mitchell with yet another three. This one we're calling 30 feet. He had 40 points, 10 assists. He had 8 made threes in the game, 34-23 in the third quarter. Then it's Lillard. This one from just beyond half court, an incredible shot from Damian Lillard, and 59-49 Team Giannis in that quarter. Now Jason Tatum getting the alley-oop dunk from Domantas Sabonis. Then Tatum with a step-back three. The target scores 182 for the game. Tatum another three, and Tatum was rolling. Jason Tatum here sets an all-star scoring game record with the free throw. He wasn't done. It was 177-162 at that point. Lauri Markkanen misses a three. Damian Lillard grabs the board and sinks the game-winning three as Team Giannis takes it 184-175. Jason Tatum, your All-Star Game MVP. He scored an All-Star Game record, 55 points. He mixed in 10 rebounds as well. Final score, 184-175.
Well, many fans took to social media to voice their displeasure at the quality of the game, and the head coach of Denver Nuggets, Michael Malone, who guided Team LeBron on the night, did not mince words, dubbing the encounter the worst basketball game ever played.
You know, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of a great weekend, great players, but that is the worst basketball game ever played.
How do you fix it?
I don't know if you can fix it. You know, I mean, I give Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, those guys were like competing. Joel was imploring some of the guys to play harder, to try to get some defense in, but no one got hurt. They put on a show for the fans, but that is a tough game to sit through, I'm not going to lie.
Well, our NBA expert, AllStar Albert, joins us now. AllStar, do you agree with Coach? Was it the worst All-Star game ever?
All-Star game. You know, it's one of these things where, you know, you kind of have to look at it from both sides. You know, this is an exhibition game, you know, where guys are just here to kind of entertain the fans, show them what they could do from half court, 3-point shots going up all over the place, dunking and all of that. And, you know, the guys have like a bit of an unwritten code in that game where they try not to hurt each other. Of course, they want to win the game, but they're trying not to hurt each other because they understand what the rest of the season is like and how much, you know, they need to be available for their respective teams. But on the flip side of it, you know, guys who people who are watching the game want to see something that's actually entertaining. I guess they're the entertaining athletic elements of the game that come with it. But then you want to see a game of basketball. You want to see guys playing defense. You want to see guys kind of playing against each other, trying to one-up each other and all of that. And I think that's what Mike Malone is lamenting a bit. And many people, like you said, fans all over the world, analysts all over the world have kind of said that, the game was just very lackluster in terms of energy and effort from the players. And I kind of agree with them because, for 3/4 of this game, it was guys just throwing up shots and, there was not much, I suppose, defensive competition going on, and guys just wanted to put up shots and that sort of stuff. So it's kind of where we are now with the league, and I think the NBA needs to have a closer look at what they're going to do to try to make it competitive, and implement some things that could help generate that competition which they're lacking.
Right, but one man that came out to compete, Jason Tatum, so much so that, of course, he broke the NBA All-Star scoring record. He put up 55 points. How good was Jason Tatum? He gave the fans something to enjoy.
Yeah, he did. And of course, but on the backdrop of that conversation that Mike Malone had about, defense and guys just playing a little bit harder, Tatum was able to come up the court many times undeterred, being able to put up 3-point shots, Of course, let's not mistake the All-Star game for the NBA Finals by any means. You're not going to get guys coming up at him a few times, to play really heavy defense on him. But, there were a few times in this game where, Jaylen Brown, his teammates, on Team LeBron, came up to him and tried to defend him. There was a little bit of a 1-2, one-on-one matchup that went on there for a few minutes. And, in those one-on-one situations, Jaylen Brown actually won those encounters. But overall, of course, like you said, Jason Tatum grabbing MVP honors, 55 points, the most points scored in the All-Star game. And I would be surprised someone else will come in and break that record because it's just so wide open right now. Anyone can kind of come in and do most anything,
Yeah, were you concerned that none of the captains finished the game? We know Giannis dealing with a wrist injury. LeBron also had to come off after injuring his hand. Did that, concern you in any way?
Well, it all comes into everything, and this comes into direct focus about what we talk about load management with teams during the regular season, guys managing injuries, guys trying to preserve their bodies for the rest of the season. Of course, they just have about between 20 to 25 games amongst all these teams before they get ready for the playoffs. And of course, LeBron injured his hand in game, and it was so crazy to see LeBron sitting down at the bench in the second half. This is a guy who usually is fighting for the MVP award at the end of the game. Trying to will his team to win. Of course, going previously before this game with 5-0 in the captain format, and looking to win every time. So yeah, these are guys who are just trying to obviously think about their teams and themselves, their health, trying to manage that. And, do I have a concern about it? Yes, because, of course, fans miss Giannis and LeBron playing against each other. But ultimately, what's at stake. And, it's trying to win, trying to get into the playoffs for the Lakers, and for Giannis trying to win a championship. And the All-Star game, in the grand scheme of things, just fits within that.
Yeah, Alistair, let's be honest. Coach Malone is correct. It is the worst basketball game ever played. To be honest, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and I'm thinking to myself, what on earth is this? Why would I want to pay money to see this? I mean, all that's happening, you're going up and down the court, you're shooting. If you score, you score. If you miss, you miss, and you move right on with your life. Given what we saw at the weekend, though, why should we continue this All-Star game?
The NBA needs to have a really hard look in the mirror and kind of think within, the ownership group and the Players Association, and really kind of think about, what's really at stake here. And I think what we've seen here as a result of this All-Star game, and, it comes in focus for the league as a whole, is, we see the NBA moving with the times of business and society. It's a bottom line, mindset from many industries in the world. It's about making the most money, preserving staff, being a lot more efficient. And, for the NBA, the bottom line is winning a championship. So for owners, they don't really care about all the fluffy stuff that happens around. They want to be in a position to kind of win championships. And that's what it is for players right now. And the media and fans kind of fuel that sort of thing. So now what you have to try to do is to try to just build something in. And I think Adam Silver is really trying to do that with the owners to try to see if they could kind of put some higher stakes on the All-Star game that can probably impact teams moving forward and players. And, you know, it's something that will be really interesting to see what they will do. They try to implement this thing where at the end of each quarter, whoever has the most points gets, you know, a contribution to a charity. You know, that kind of brought a little excitement for the first couple of years, and now it's just died out. So, you know, they have to look in the mirror again, go back to the drawing board and think of other ways that they can kind of make this game competitive. Because right now what it's doing is just fueling everything that we talk about in terms of bottom line and individualistic nature of sports nowadays, and just society in general. We become a lot more individualistic, and, you know, that's what's feeding into this whole thing. The NBA is just moving with the times.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say, if you continue to have sold-out venues and the league continues to make money, then this game will continue to happen. The weekend will continue to happen, because at the end of the day, that is what it comes down to. But I think it has become abundantly clear that the players don't want this. As you rightly pointed out, it's about remaining injury-free throughout the entire weekend. So you ensure that you go and deal with what is most important, which is the business of trying to win a league. So clearly at this stage, it's all about the money as far as the NBA, the league is concerned.
What I'll just correct you on there, I think just for what you said there for a little bit, you know, I think the players do kind of look forward to the All-Star Weekend, because they all really kind of mention about...
And then play like that, Alistair. I mean... You can say that you're looking forward to the All-Star Weekend, but then if you play like that, then I have to question it based on what I'm seeing out there. It's okay for you to say anything that you want to say, but if the action is telling me something different, then...
You're right, and I think this is a case where both things can be true. The guys are not putting forth the effort that will kind of make you think that they want to be there, but at the same time, you know, they all want to kind of meet up with their friends and talk and, you know, not compete for a little while, let their hair down, enjoy the festivities, meet all the legends, meet Carmelo, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all the guys who end up coming to this event at the whole weekend. So they do end up enjoying it, but like you said, I think both things can be true. They are there trying to, I suppose, unfortunately, shortchange the fans and the league in terms of the efforts on the court. And in collective bargaining agreements, I think this is one of the things as well they will have to look at a lot closer, because we can't expect the integrity of the game and the you know, fan viewership to continue if they're going to continue to put out a product like that.
Yeah, I think my director just put it perfectly, Alistair. He says the players look forward to the All-Star break. The game is a different thing. Right?
That's true. Yeah, fair enough.
All right, Alice. So, well, as usual, we always welcome your analysis, and we thank you so much. We'll chat again soon.
You guys make me miss Carnival. I'm here in the UK. I'm hearing soca music. I missed the Take Your Shot promotion. I wasn't in Utah. You guys are messing me up, man. See you guys next time.
We're sorry. We'll both go to Carnival next year.
You can have your own carnival where you are, Alistair.
I have to wait till August, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, you take care. Thanks so much. It's break time now on the Sportsmax Zone.
No limit. When I come, this is no visit. Every place we look to conquer it. Hey, give me a rhythm, tang, tang, tang. I want to get high like super.